Wanting to make brown food coloring but don't want to use chocolate? Already have standard food coloring colors at home? If so, you will want to know how to make dark brown food coloring. Making your colors from food coloring is easy, but you have to know the right colors to use. Otherwise, you will end up with an ugly, dull gray or some other unattractive shade. Fortunately, you can make a lovely shade of dark brown with the standard colors of food coloring. Different types of food coloring. Traditional liquid. Traditional liquid or liquid dye is the most common type of food coloring available. It comes in small plastic squeeze bottles that are easy to use. Liquid dye is traditionally made of synthetic dye with a water base. You can find it at just about any grocery store or easily online as well. Liquid gel. Liquid gel dye is similar to liquid dye. Typically sold in small dropper bottles, it contains synthetic coloring with a base of water, glycerin, or corn syrup. Unlike liquid dye, it is much thicker and more concentrated. Gel paste. Gel paste contains synthetic coloring with a base that is water, glycerin, or corn syrup. It comes in small pots or jars and is very thick. Gel paste is great for macarons, frosting, cakes, and cookies. However, since it is so thick, it can be hard to work into some doughs. Natural food coloring. Natural food coloring uses foods and spices such as carrot, saffron, beet, and turmeric to achieve the coloring. It is a great option for anyone that may have a sensitivity to synthetic dyes or those who are simply looking to avoid them. Powdered dye. Powdered dyes are made of synthetic coloring, but they do not contain any water, glycerin, or corn syrup. They come in jars and you can use them as a powder or add a few drops of alcohol to use them like paint. What you need in making this recipe. Ingredients. Red food coloring. Green food coloring. Blue food coloring. The food you wish to color, such as frosting, batter, or dough. Step by step. Step 1. Add the item you plan on colorings, such as frosting, dough, or batter to a medium mixing bowl. Step 2. Add 150 drops of red food coloring, 150 drops of green food coloring, and 6 drops of food coloring to the mixing bowl. Instead of counting out 150 drops of each, you can just measure out about 1½ teaspoons of red and green food coloring. Use a rubber spatula to mix the food coloring into your frosting or batter. For the dough, you will likely have to knead the coloring in. Step 3. Let the bowl sit for around 30 minutes if possible. This will let the colors saturate more to create a dark, chocolate brown color. Tips and tricks. Be careful when using food coloring, as it can stain clothes, skin, and even countertops. Be sure to wipe it up right away after spilling to avoid any staining. Though you can use natural food coloring, it is best to use liquid or gel. It will likely take more than 150 drops of natural green and 150 drops of natural red to create a dark brown. If you are wondering what colors make brown food coloring, it is any colors that are opposing. So, if you don't have red and green food coloring, you can also use any colors that are opposite to each other on the color wheel. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.